explore. Welcome to Create, Explore, and Communicate. This is Lahaina High School's public speaking class, and we've taken our panel discussions and we've turned them into a podcast discussion. This has been an opportunity for my students to explore topics of interest to them, research it, and put it together and have a meaningful discussion in a real-world audience setting. So sit back and enjoy this, our podcast of Lahaina High School's public speaking class.
This is Dakota and Desiree, and this is our podcast. Well, we were looking through a Newsweek magazine, and we came across this article called Sisterhood of Suffering, which we came across the question, should America or people be doing more to try to help prevent miscarriages and abortion?
In our panel discussion, we actually had pretty much a tie on what people think abortions and miscarriages can be prevented. Some thought that abortions was pretty much just your choice and no one else has a say in the matter. But miscarriages, they say that we have no way to prevent it and no way to stop it from happening. But honestly, if you take care of your body and actually eat right, do the things you're supposed to do regardless if you're pregnant or not, it could help somewhat prevent miscarriages.
But also, sometimes miscarriages are just a thing that people can't just try to help prevent. Sometimes it just happens. And also, like, some people with abortions, people choose it because they don't think they're ready to have a child yet. And also, some people, like say they get raped or something and they don't want the baby. But it's all under the thing of it's somebody's choice that if they want it or not.
All right, well, what are the chances of having a miscarriage? There's not being healthy, having, I don't know.
Well, the chance of a miscarriage is it's pretty wide. It's not too like 90, 100% or stuff like that. It's around like 20, 25% of having one, which some people could try to control it to lower, like taking care of somebody's health, or, like I said, it just happens.
What are the warning signs of miscarriages? Well, there's bleeding, abdominal pain, cramps, high fevers, and
well, there's a lot of symptoms for miscarriages and everything, but also, like, some people, also, the other question is, how are people emotionally affected by miscarriages and abortion?
Well, most of the emotional effect is pretty much mental and spiritual, because it's really kind of one of the things, it's your choice, but then again, it's also not, because it's a life that you're taking when you have an abortion. A miscarriage, it's not really something that you would know about unless you knew that you was pregnant. But either way, it still affects everything you do and the way you think of life.
True. It is true. But sometimes, like, emotional people could go through, like, depression and, like, really deep, like, blaming themselves or guilt, saying that it was their fault that they lost this child or stuff like that. And, like, some people could go through, like, a really, really hard time. But they usually, like, retreat to, like, friends, family to go through such a hard time through their life. Which, after a while, people could get over this pain and emotion. But it's just a thing of, yeah, just trying to get through it, and if people try to help you.
Well, in this article, she was a school teacher, and she didn't know she was pregnant. When she told her husband, he was actually very happy, but when she lost it, she didn't know what to do. She remembered someone telling her, or she remembered one of her friends telling her about a friend that they had who had a miscarriage. So she called them, and they actually started talking, and this complete stranger started helping her through it. So it's pretty much the fact that if no one else would help you with it, especially the government or the hospitals, there's always people around you who can help you.
All right. Well, thank you for listening. This is our podcast of Desiree and Dakota.